Hi guys, welcome to Minute to Skim It. As always, I'm going to go really quickly through our reviews. Okay, I'm an overachiever again today. I went crazy and read a bunch of books, but I just couldn't help myself. Powerpuff Girls. I don't really think I need to say anything more. It's IDW, and it's Powerpuff Girls. Did you guys see that Teen Titans Go had Powerpuff Girls in it the other day? It was a really cool episode. Alright, now, I don't know if you're a Voltron fan, but Line 4 just got Voltron this week. This is the number one. Jump in. Actually, as this DreamWorks is making me think maybe they're going to make a movie. Wouldn't that be awesome? Ta-da! Alright, now, something I did not read, but I wanted to point out. You've got this Apocalypse Wars that's going on, finishing up. And you've got Death of X, that's a storyline that's getting ready to start for Marvel. Pay attention because that has huge implications to Marvel Now titles that are coming out in 2 months. I think we've got too much time for those. I know that there was a big spoiler download that happened today or yesterday that set the world on fire for the stuff that's supposed to be happening for Marvel Now. And it seemed to do all kinds of spoilers and implications for Civil War. So if you don't want to know what's going on, don't go find those things that I just said to you. But if you like spoilers, go find them. They're from Bleeding Cool. Alright, now we love our Aftershock. There's some other Aftershock titles this week. I believe that the other titles, I can't remember what else is supposed to come up. I saw them today when I walked through, but I didn't pick them up because I did too much to read. But Revisionist number 2, we've been waiting for a really long time. Amazing. Oh, it was Insects. Green. Alright, Insects was the other title that came out. I know there's one other Aftershock, but I can't remember which one it was. But Revisionist is awesome. He does travel through time. He figures out the cool thing that his dad gives him, puts him on his wrist. His dad keeps on appearing to him and telling him what to do. So, it's way cool. Really love that title. Thank you, Frank Barbieri, for masterful allness. Okay, now, there are only a few books that are tied into Civil War this week. I'm totally lying to you. It's a whole bunch. Okay, so I'll walk you through the ones that I got to read. I did not read Gods of War just because I ran out of time and it's midnight, and I know you guys wanted to see the review before you woke up in the morning, or maybe first thing, and it still has to run. So. Alright, so God of War. Remember, Hercules was feeling a little bit like he was kind of second string and people weren't paying attention to him. And kind of it seems like that's the way it was. So I'm hoping in Gods of War 2 he gets to enter the fray in a little more important way. Deadpool 15. Remember, Deadpool has been getting in trouble recently with his merch for hire merch for money. Because they're not making any money because they're spending all their time doing stuff for the Civil War. And I'm pretty sure this cover says all, as it looks like they're using him in a shooting gallery. So, all right, now the stuff that I got to actually get down and read this week, the Amazing Spider-Man number 2 Civil War tie-in, really, really cool. There's a new, I don't want to say new, there's a bad guy that's returning in this book. So pick it up. There's hints on the very first pages, so if you're paying attention, you can kind of tell where they're headed with it. Definitely read Civil War 2 Choosing Sides number 2. Remember, this is always going to be 3 sets of stories. You've got the second part of the Nick Fury storyline in here. They're all very good. Got your Power Man and Iron Fist entering into the fray. They get told in this issue about what the conflict is between Captain Marvel and Tony, and I don't know if they're going to choose sides. They might decide to stick out and be their own folk. New Avengers, number 13. I would not miss this book this week, by the way. Just some hintings around. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. number 7. Remember, this one usually ties into the TV show. TV show's on hiatus right now, and then the return. But there's a big development in this book, so don't miss that. And do not miss this book this week. Major, major event. Someone dies. Okay? if you want to complete this, like to have all the books where people are get their powers, lose their powers, or pass on, this is the book to pick up this week. I love in the Civil War so much. Now, Rebirth. I believe that this is us being reissued from last week. I really apologize if some of these are books that really actually dropped last week. We just didn't get them in time because we had so many people adding them to their pull boxes because they're so good. Okay, now, things to read this week for sure. New Superman, Rebirth, #1. Really cool look at a new hero. Everything there is in China. Okay, so has little notes in there. You're reading everything is in Mandarin, but it's English for you. So don't worry about that. You don't have to know Mandarin to read this book. There is no actual Mandarin in the book, except for the people. Haha. So, really cool look at a cocky new superhero that gets powers. Nightwing. You've been waiting for Nightwing to come back. I know you have, and it is a really cool way he enters the fray. I don't want to give anything away for you, because I'm going to rob you of the joy of reading this book, but definite get this week. The #2 for Wonder Woman, this continues on where it left before. A really good launch into her background. This week you see her finally getting to meet Trevor. He's unconscious when he meets her, so nothing beyond that. Okay, I'm going to do that one last. You've been long waiting for Hal Jordan, and you will not be disappointed. Because remember, he's been away. He's had the gauntlet, which has turned him into not a good person, but see what happens in this book. Okay? He's back and he's awesome. Alright, now, The Flash. I know you guys have figured this out by now. The Flash is the main storyline to read if you're trying to follow all the Rebirth stuff. Does not disappoint, okay? There is another, I know you guys have probably heard me say this before, the pitch that they made to us a long time ago is that there was going to be another super speed storm, and here's where the storm happens. So don't miss that issue. So sorry that I'm going to cost you all of your paycheck this week, but it's so worth it. I spent 4 hours reading today, and I'm very, very happy. So come tomorrow early. I have plenty of issues, but you know how that's gone the last couple of weeks. They've disappeared very quickly, so I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.